I throw hands. I mean lands. We're playing Gristlebrand into Borborygmos Enraged in Legacy Mono Black Reanimator. Let's go check it out. This is Legacy Mono Black Reanimator, and it's not the nightmare that Dimir Reanimator is to the format. It's a more traditional build featuring Gristlebrand. So the idea with this build is that you want to use Cabal Therapy, Thoughtseize, and Unmask to disrupt the opponent, and then Dark Ritual and Tomb, and then you'll go grab Gristlebrand, and then you play a Reanimate effect, either Reanimator itself, or you can grab Animate Dead, Goryo's Vengeance, or Shallow Grave. Shallow Grave and Goryo's Vengeance even give Gristlebrand haste, which means that you can attack with the Gristlebrand, gain 7 life, and then draw more cards. After that, you want to play something like a Lotus Petal, another Dark Ritual, and then Entomb into Borborygmos Enraged. Then you can reanimate it using Animate Dead or whatever, and then throw all of your lands in your hand that you drew off of Gristlebrand at your opponent and finish them for lethal. That's the idea, and that's what we're playing today. So this is a tried and true, actual dedicated Reanimator deck. It's not a tempo deck pretending to be Reanimator. This is that deck. We are really Reanimator. In the sideboard, you have a Juke plan featuring Witherbloom Apprentice plus Chain of Smog. This beats Veil of Summer, but it also beats the One Ring and beats Graveyard Hate. So there's a lot to like about this combo. And then you have Spoils of the Vault for consistency to grab the missing piece. Otherwise, we have 3 copies of Fairy Macabre as Graveyard Hate. That's the idea. That's the deck tech. I have to thank Hunter Sandlin for this donation deck. They're a member of our Combo Cabal tier. With that, you get 1 hour of free coaching every month, but you also get a donation deck. Hunter's cashing that in to see Borborygmos Enraged today to throw lands. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I'll see everyone in match number 1. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicswarm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicswarm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to match number 1. We are on the draw with Mono Black Reanimator. So here I do have a Dark Ritual, a Reanimate, and a Goryo's Vengeance. What we don't have is protection or a way to get our creatures to the graveyard. That said, I could just draw discard and then get rid of the Gristlebrand, and then I have 2 ways to reanimate it on the following turn. So I think we keep this. I know it's not ideal that you don't have a discard outlet, but I think it's good enough. All right, they play Sink in a Stupor as a land. This is probably the 8-cast deck that I faced a million times recording the Epic Storm yesterday. Mox Opal into Mishra's Bauble. Sure, they have 3 cards remaining. Another Dark Ritual. We will go to cleanup. All right, goodbye, Gristlebrand. And now they'll attack with the Tamiyo Inquisitive Student. This will give them Metalcraft. They play another Sink in a Stupor as a land. They go to 14 life. They play a Thoughtcast. This will transform the Tamiyo Inquisitive Student. And they plus the Tamiyo. And now they're using the Mishra's Bauble. So they'll have 5 cards in their hand. Draw for turn. A Shallow Grave. We'll play Lotus Petal. Play Lotus Petal. I'll use a Dark Ritual here. And they know that I have the Shallow Grave in hand. They saw it off of the Mishra's Bauble. So I have 3 ways to get the Gristlebrand in play right now. All right, so now, hold on. I guess I will draw. We'll draw again. I'm at 6 life now. Play the Lotus Petal. Dark Ritual. The Borborygmos is in my hand. Okay. I'd like to Cabal Therapy myself. Oh, they're conceding. They're not going to let me throw lands. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. I wanted to throw lands. Why are you doing this? All right, so I don't know if we're supposed to just always bring in the sideboard juke or not. All right, so we have 12 cards coming in. So hypothetically, let's say you wanted to board everything out. I don't think you can. Like, you have too much to do a full juke here. Like, you don't have you'd have to sideboard out your entire deck. So you have to leave some stuff. So I'm guessing you can board down on, like, some of your creatures. That's 68. and then like get rid of a Goryo's Vengeance, and maybe the Animate Deads. So that leaves Reanimate, Shallow Grave. I think I'll try going down to 1 Gristlebrand. And now we're at 62. Maybe it's like 2 copies of Cabal Therapy? I'm not so certain about this one. Because I think you probably want to leave in all of your protection, but I'm not sure how else we would sideboard. This doesn't have either combo piece in it, and it has no reanimate effects. So I think we send this one back. Okay. We will keep this. Bottom the Shallow Grave. Ooh, another thought is like maybe you could have boarded out some Dark Rituals and just like accepted versus the blue deck that we were going to slow down. Maybe I should have done that. They play a Mishra's Bauble, first turn Emery Lurker of the Lock. Gets rid of a Force of Will, I like that. And now they're going to use the Mishra's Bauble. So they drew back up to 4 cards. We'll play the Underground Mortuary. We don't need the land. We'll get rid of that. Pass. They play an Urza's Saga. And the Mishra's Bauble from the graveyard, so that happens. But I mean, this is a spot where I would love a Dark Ritual, so maybe you aren't supposed to sideboard them out. Because if I drew Dark Ritual here, I think we have a protected win. They'll draw off Mishra's Bauble. We draw the Atraxa Grand Unifier, not the best. I mean, I could try to Atraxa right now. I would Cabal Therapy myself plus Shallow Grave. I don't know what the right decision is here. I think I'm going to just pass. The Urza Saga goes to the second chapter. They play a Seat of the Synod, Mox Opal, and they replay Mishra's Bauble off of Emery Lurker of the Lock. Yeah, the problem is I'm just too mana hungry right now, so like I don't think you're supposed to board out Dark Ritual. That was a dumb idea. I mean, I didn't do it, but what came to me after I don't think works. They play a Thoughtcast. This will transform the Tamiyo Inquisitive Student. They plus the Tamiyo. I don't think I want to show them the Witherbloom Apprentice stuff because I'm pretty sure I'm dead. I would just like to Cabal Therapy them and see if I can look at their hand. Metallic Rebuke. Alright, we'll go to the next one. We lose game number 2. I think I want the Cabal Therapies. I'm just not sure what else I'm supposed to do here. I don't think I'm actually allowed to board out Entomb or any of the other creatures. I guess maybe you could board out the Borborygmos and the Archon and just keep in 2 targets. Okay, we'll do this. That probably makes more sense. Alright, on the play for game 3. I mean, this is pretty good. I would need to draw like an Entomb or something. Keep. We'll play the Polluted Delta, fetch, grab Bayou, and let's Thoughtseize. That is a lot of graveyard hate. Wow. Okay. So I think you're supposed to just take the Force of Negation here. Like, I could have taken Tormod's Crypt plus the Soul Guide Lantern, but why? Like, I'm so far away from being able to do anything, and then by then they would have drawn into a blue card. So I just don't think that's a play that makes sense. And now they play the Soul Guide Lantern. Sure. And now we draw the Entomb, which no longer works because all that stuff's in play. Underground Mortuary. Get rid of the Dark Ritual. So yeah, this draw not lining up against our opponent's opening hand. They're Blue Painter. Okay. We need some good draw steps. Thoughtseize. I mean, I'll cast it. I don't know what they have in hand. Apparently a Force of Will. Pass the turn. I'll take 1. I'm at 14. Polluted Delta. We'll pass. They use 1 Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. Well, they use the Soul Guide Lantern to draw cards, so they still have the Tormod's Crypt. Emery Lurker of the Lock. That's not good for me. They mill over a Grindstone. Worst case scenario, because now they're representing lethal. Maybe even next turn, depending on what they draw into. That was brutal. Okay. We will Surveil. Get rid of the Verdant Catacombs. Doesn't help me here. Shallow Grave. I guess we'll unmask them. Let's see what their hand is. Take the Lotus Petal. We just have to pass the turn here. So they can play Grindstone and any land kills me. That'll do. So now they can play the Grindstone plus activate it. Bummer. Alright, we lose match number 1. So we got to do the thing in game 1, which is usually what Reanimator gets to do. And then in the post-board games, our plans just kind of fell apart. Like our juke never came together in either game. I'm not saying that I know how to sideboard perfectly either. I'm trying to figure this out on the fly, but it did not feel good. So we're 0-1. Let's try to get match number 2. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Round number 2, we're on the draw, and I'm not sure if I should keep this or not. So obviously it doesn't have a large creature. We're on the draw, so we could draw into one, but I don't know what our opponent's playing. But if they are playing a creature deck, you could unmask them and then reanimate their creatures. I just don't know if that's actually a good play or not. Because you can go unmask or Thoughtseize, and then Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize, reanimate, and pass with 2 of their creatures. It seems awesome. I just don't know if it's actually a good decision. I'm going to keep. This is very sketchy, but I want to try it. I also spoke to a friend of mine who plays Reanimator. Oh, they're on lands. They're not likely to have a creature for me to take here. That's brutal. And they said that I came close to the right sideboarding, but I'm supposed to board out like the Shallow Grave stuff and not the Animate Dead stuff. We ripped arguably the best creature in the matchup. Wow. So let's unmask them. We'll get rid of Cabal Therapy. Maybe I was supposed to exile the second Reanimate so that way if they had 2 things, it probably doesn't matter. But yeah, I think I was supposed to keep the Cabal Therapy. Disruptor Flute. Okay. Lion's Eye Diamond, good name. Thank you. Their last card in hand is a Merit Lodge. I will Dark Ritual. Thoughtseize myself, get rid of the Archon, and then reanimate it. They have to discard their Dark Depths. Thank you. Oh, I said Merit Lodge was a Dark Depths. Ooh, I can Entomb now. And we'll grab, I guess, another Archon of Cruelty. Pass the turn. Goodbye, Bayou. We'll attack. Trigger. We draw another Entomb. They're at 8, so I already have lethal on board. That game was all skill, no luck involved. You can't tell me otherwise. I had it the whole time. My initial 7-card hand was perfect, and I'm not going to listen to anything else anyone else says. So, sorry, you're wrong. My keep was flawless. If you were in there trashing me in the comments about how I should have mulliganed, results, that's all I have to say. Clearly I was right, and everything I do is perfect. No one can change my mind. All right, well, back to being serious. Let's try boarding out Shallow Grave and Goryo's Vengeance, and then boarding down on creatures. So Caracas is a concern. So we're supposed to board down a bunch on the creatures. That's 62. I wonder if we just leave like double Archon of Cruelty and then nothing else. Yeah, like this. I'm down to try it. Okay. So we have Witherbloom. We don't have the other combo piece. I think I'm good to try this. I keep on saying that, but, let's do it. Thespian Stage, Mox Diamond. Gets rid of Beseju Who Endures. Basic Swamp. I'll play Polluted Delta and Lotus Petal. We're just looking for a Chain of Smog at this point. They play Exploration. Into Wasteland Caracas. I don't even have any legends in my deck. Why would you have this? That's crazy. 2 cards left in their hand. We'll grab an Underground Mortuary. Get rid of Unmask. They destroy my Underground Mortuary. Animate Dead. So I could try to, put a large, thick creature into play right now. They don't have green mana. Hold on. Let's fetch. We'll grab Bayou. Maybe I wasn't supposed to... I think I was supposed to play the Swamp. That's my bad. I played a fetch land and I shouldn't have. I should have played the basic. Because if they have Endurance here, I'm going to feel really dumb. And it doesn't look like they do. They get rid of Tabernacle. Sure. They play Dark Depths. So Dark Depths actually doesn't kill me here because I'm at 21. Player land will go to combat. Swing. And if they make a Merit Lodge after and then block, I can bring... They have no hand. I can then reanimate the Archon again. They're going to be so upset here. Here I am just clowning, not knowing what I'm doing, and I'm still going to win. All right. What if we had the thick boy again, though? What if? Nice Marilage. See ya. 27 life. Love it. They play a Lava Spur Boots. So I think we actually have lethal here. They have no hand. So I can attack, trigger the Archon of Cruelty. And now they'll end up at 3. I can Cabal Therapy, sacrifice the Archon, and then kill them. You're already dead is what I like to name in these situations. You are already dead. Haha. And now we'll flashback the Cabal Therapy. And now we name Storm King's Thunder. There we go. And now reanimate on the Archon of Cruelty. That is how we do. All right, well, I got a match win. That's pretty cool. And we are now 1-1. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $15.99. This token combo pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens featuring classic Storm and Mana tokens with new inclusions such as our modern Ruby Storm package, but that's not all. Our token pack covers a variety of formats from Pauper to CDH with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. All right, time for the third match. We are on the play with Mono Black Reanimator or Jund Reanimator, whatever you would like to call it. Our opponent reveals a Yorion Sky Nomad. Okay, we'll keep. The question is, do I want to unmask myself and just completely disrespect them? Or do I unmask them and then Thoughtseize myself and lose to Wasteland? They have a mulligan to 5. We'll play the Bayou. I think I'm going to unmask myself here. Get rid of Cabal Therapy, discard the Atraxa Grand Unifier, and Reanimate. 5 cards in their hand. The Atraxa enters the battlefield and triggers. I would like to take Bayou, Gristlebrand. We get a sorcery, so Reanimate seems good. Entomb. And that is all of the types. Alright, pass the turn. Underground Sea Brainstorm. Okay. Spicy. And then they immediately concede. Sure. Don't know what they're playing, but if I had to guess, like an Esper Hate Bears or Esper Vile, whatever you would like to call it to make yourself feel better, that is what I'm going to assume that they're playing here. And I think you're supposed to sideboard in the Juke pretty much all the time. So we'll board down. Maybe I want to do 3 targets this time. That's 61. Because I think I would like access to all of them, but maybe I'm just being greedy. Maybe it should just be Atraxa plus Archon. We'll do this. Hunter Sandlin, the person that submitted this donation deck, really should have given me a sideboard guide because I'm definitely not an expert with this. So I'm kind of just, flying by on the seams of my pants or whatever that expression is. Sure? I don't know. Blooded Strand and a Cabal Therapy. Let's go grab our basic Swamp and we'll Thoughtseize. They fetch in response. And they're going to Surveil. So we at least know that they're playing Sultai colors. And then Force of Negation, exiling Overlord of the Flood Pits? You got it. Pass the turn. Xander's Lounge, okay. So some sort of up the Beanstalk deck. Thoughtseize. We'll play that. They have 4 cards in their hand currently. Brainstorm. Can Thoughtseize finally resolve? Generous Ent. We'll take the up the Beanstalk. Pass the turn. I'd like to Surveil on their end step. And they redrew at least 1 card here. They play the Tropical Island. Another up the Beanstalk, okay. And step we will fetch. Grab the Underground Mortuary. Reanimate. We're going to keep that because I think I'm going to put a Generous Ent on the battlefield. Let's Dark Ritual. Cabal Therapy. Will you put the Generous Ent to the graveyard? Apparently no. So we'll name the Generous Ent. Endurance. So I don't care about Endurance here. Now we'll Cabal Therapy them. And we'll name Solitude. So their last card in hand is Endurance they cannot cast. We'll reanimate the Generous Ent. I get a food token. And do I want to discard the discard the Endurance? I'm at 10 already. I'm just wondering about if they try to race me. Because I don't think the Spoils of the Vault actually matters all that much. So let's get rid of the Endurance. Discard the Endurance. They have no hand. Pass the turn. So they should know the card that they drew right now. Because they put it there with Brainstorm, which was a Misty Rainforest. Another Cabal Therapy. Alright, I'll discard your Yorion Sky Nomad. Goodbye. The scene in the attack of 2 towers happening right here, the Generous Sense attacking. I believe that was 2 towers. It's been a while since I've seen Lord of the Rings. They search out a Lush Portico. Gets rid of Dress Down. I'm pretty sure it's 2 towers because, like, Gandalf the White happens. Metamorphosis Fanatic. What a draw here. Now they get to bring back the Solitude that I discarded. Blowout. Wow. Alright. So I think we just lost. Alright. Yeah. I'm going to shame concede here. You beat me fair and square. Let's do it again. Brutal. But yeah, I think Gandalf the White comes with, like, it's like a similar scene to the Ents attacking Sauron's tower or whatever, where they make the orcs. Pretty sure that's 2 towers. On the play for game 3. Once again, they reveal their Yorion Sky Nomad. We have both of our targets in hand. I think I have to mulligan. Oh, brother. Do I really go to 5? This hand's, like, really bad. We're going to 5. This might be the best hand we've seen. Get rid of the Entomb and a Thoughtseize. Play the Underground Mortuary, Surveil. No to the Reanimate. Pass the turn. Flooded Strand. Another Reanimate. We'll try Thoughtseize. And they Force of Will. We will pass. And now they Surveil. Gets rid of Tundra. Windswept Heath. They have 5 cards in their hand. Enemy Dead does not help me here. Okay. They search out a Lush Portico. Misty Rainforest. They're at 16 life now. And they put the Yorion Sky Nomad to their hand. We draw and it's a Dark Ritual. So that gets me a little bit closer to the Spoils win. I mean, I'm going to just pass here. They play another land. 6 cards in their hand. I don't think I'm going to go for it because I need more protection. Like, I can't just jam. Archon of Cruelty, not a great draw. I guess next turn I could discard it to hand size. Leyline Binding. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't just jam. Where if they're so, you know, flush with cards that they could just play this out. Here's the Enigmatic Incarnation, I believe it's called. There it is. This is a Pioneer deck, by the way. Our opponents are just playing it in Legacy. Like, this is a, like, tier 3 Pioneer strategy. And they grab their own Atraxa Grand Unifier. That's a lot of cards. I don't think we could beat that. They choose Overlord, Force of Will, and Dress Down, and Island. I guess I'll Spoils of the Vault. I mean, we're probably just dead. Not to the Spoils of the Vault, but there's the chance. But I mean, to our opponent's hand. They Force of Will. Okay. Another Spoils of the Vault. So I guess if our opponent had absolutely nothing, this could win. Another Force of Will. Okay, I have to pass. They play land number 5. Up the Beanstalk. And Overlord of the Haunt Woods. Sure. 5 cards still in their hand. They attack for 7. I'll go to 13. I just don't think there's any chance I can win this. They get to use the Incarnation again. Metamorphosis Fanatic. To return the Overlord. Cute. Another Witherbloom Apprentice. So, I guess there's a world in which I Spoils of the Vault for Unmask. It's in my, like, top couple cards. And then we could reanimate Archon. I'll name Unmask. 7 life is not enough. Yeah, I'm just dead. Alright, so we are now 1-2. My initial impressions, I mean, granted, I've played 3 matches with this deck ever, is that the Cyborg Juke does not amaze me. It's just not consistent enough. That's my biggest argument with it right now. I'd rather have, like, Show and Tell or the red Show and Tell. I can't think of the name of it, but it's only 2 mana. And then the player with the lowest mana value creature puts their thing into play. It just feels like Witherbloom, like, you have half of the combo all the time. And, like, 4 Spoils of the Vault isn't enough, but I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. And we'll just see if I can win match number 4. The Gold Sabertooth times the Epic Storm collection has arrived with 3 full-size tokens showcasing the beloved Dark Ritual, CDH Rogsai, and Legacy the Epic Storm for just $5. On the backs of these tokens, there's a place for my signature or a custom message. In addition to these sweet tokens, a friendly reminder that all orders that ship from theepicstorm.com also come with a signed Storm token from yours truly. The fourth match, we are on the play, and I would like to throw lands. Can we do it just once this league? It would make me so happy. This hand is unplayable. We'll mulligan. Okay. So we can Thoughtseize ourselves and then turn to reanimate the Gristlebrand. Like, this hand needs a Dark Ritual. Am I greedy if I want to mulligan this? It just seems so not great. I guess I can keep it, get rid of the Animate Dead. And I wonder if I'm supposed to just play it a little bit more slowly, and we'll Thoughtseize them. And wait until I draw a second land and then do the reanimate thing in one turn. I'll grab Swamp, play the Thoughtseize. You kept a basic Plains hand? And they just happen to have Endurance? I guess they have Lorien Revealed. Yeah, we're taking Lorien Revealed. Pass the turn. Try to punish them for their keep. Basic Plains. Lotus Petal. Play the Thoughtseize. Take the Endurance. Pass the turn. And we knew their draw, so now I get to put Gristlebrand on the table. We'll play Lotus Petal. Play Lotus Petal. Cabal Therapy myself. We'll name Gristlebrand. And our opponent just concedes. Okay, so Magic Online is a little slow right now, but they did concede. I wonder if I'm just not supposed to juke in this matchup. Like, I did think that while waiting for this round to pair. What if I just stay Reanimator? Like, it's not like they have Leyline of the Void. So let's just try to do this again. Maybe that's crazy, but I just don't believe in the Witherbloom Apprentice sideboard plan. I know that people smarter than me that play this deck daily, I believe the trophy leader at one point was the person that plays this deck, but I just don't believe in the Witherbloom Apprentice plan. Like, it feels like you have to mulligan to both halves and have protection. And it just seems like you're asking for a lot. Stronghold Gambit. I don't know why. The card name just came to my head. But I've seen builds that play like Stronghold Gambit and Show and Tell on the sideboard. And that almost seems better to me. We have double discard spell. And the Entomb. We just need to reanimate? I think that's fine. Like, we have the most reanimate effects in the deck compared to anything else. Misty Rainforest. They pass. I'll play an Underground Mortuary. We'll Surveil. Get rid of the Polluted Delta. Pass the turn. They fetch with the Misty Rainforest. For a Meticulous Archive. Tropical Island. And they pass. Another Gristlebrand. Not very good. We'll play the Polluted Delta and pass. And step they Brainstorm. And now they cycle a Lorien Revealed. For Volcanic Island. Okay. Up the Beanstalk. Sure. We will fetch. Grab the other Underground Mortuary. Surveil. Lotus Petal is not it. Okay. I think I'm going to just discard a Gristlebrand here rather than play out the Bayou. They play an island into Ponder. Narset Parter of Veils. Sure. They find Flusterstorm. We did not draw the reanimate effect again, so I think we've lost this game, but I would like to look at their hand. So we'll play Thoughtseize. They Force of Negation. Play the Cabal Therapy. I suppose we'll name Flusterstorm. Collector Oof Brainstorm. I just happen to have double Lotus Petal in my hand. I guess we'll pass. Mystic Sanctuary. Yeah, I'm good to pick this one up. We just didn't draw the reanimate effect. We saw almost 25% of our deck too, and we have tons of them in there. So our next one would have been the 25th percent card. But it just took too long. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to send it back in. Game number 3 on the play. We can unmask... Okay, hold on. We unmask them. Unmask us. Reanimate. This works. Okay. Unmask them. They have 7 in hand. No way. They have double force. Why? And they have a ground seal. This hand's literally perfect. No way. Okay. I guess we take Force of Negation. Pass the turn. Devastating. They play Mystic Sanctuary. We have to unmask them. Like, I can't win the game if Ground Seal happens, so maybe I should have taken it with the first one. Take the Ground Seal. And now they play Ponder. We will fetch. Grab the Underground Mortuary. Hey, Gristlebrand to the graveyard. That's a good one. Alright, so now a discard spell. Let's see it. Nope. We'll play the Mortuary. Get rid of the land. I think I'm going to pass here. Like, I could jam the Reanimate, but it seems really reckless. We know that they have a Force of Will. So, like, yeah, you could Reanimate and just, like, get the Force out of their hand, and I understand the desire to do that. But if I draw another Reanimate effect, I could still do that. Or if I draw a discard spell, it's better to hold. And we did not draw anything good. Interesting that they didn't play Narset or Teferi. Apparently they drew Rashaka's Bargain. And now another one. Okay. Yeah, I missed my window of opportunity this game, and I think it was on turn 1. They had double force, and discard spells were not good enough. It actually comes up when I'm playing the Epic Storm a lot, about discard spells not being good enough. Because, like, you end up thought seizing your opponent and they end up having double. Like, that's exactly what we saw there. And because of that, we've been testing Veil of Summer and Silence and things like that, along with, for the Echo of Aeons reasons. But discard just doesn't feel good anymore. They have the Endurance. Okay. I'm going to save myself some time here. We've lost this one. Like, our opponent's hand is so stacked. We're now 1-3. The deck doesn't feel good to me, but I'm going to play out the last one. Maybe we'll get half my play points back. The best Legacy podcast? That would be Eternal Glory featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Cobalt and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube. The final round of this Legacy League, we are on the play. I would like to throw lands just once. Can we make it happen? They reveal a Yorion Sky Nomad. This has no large creatures, no entombs. We will mulligan. Keep this. Bottom a Lotus Petal. We'll play Verdant Catacombs. And then I think we pass the turn. If they're a blue deck, I can wait a turn in Cabal Therapy. And if they are, well, that doesn't tell me anything. Well, actually, I guess I could just Entomb here, through in the face of Wasteland. We'll grab Swamp. Play the Entomb. And we will grab Gristlebrand. Dark Ritual, a good draw. Cabal Therapy. We'll name Force of Will. They have Force of Negation. Why? And they have main deck Ground Seal. Unreal. I'm never playing this deck again. You can't convince me. I mean, I've been saying for a long time I don't think Cabal Therapy is a playable card anymore. That has nothing to do with this deck in particular. It's more people keep on trying to play Cabal Therapy in Storm. And we just saw why I tell people that you can't do it. Main deck Force of Negation. Like, Cabal Therapy has too many things it needs to name. It needs to hit Endurance. It needs to beat Force of Negation. It needs to beat Force of Will. Solitude. All these things. Like, Cabal Therapy just doesn't do enough. Or if you're playing Storm, Mindbreak Trap or Force of Vigor, whatever. We'll grab the Mortuary. So that beats the Force of Negation. So you're saying there's a chance here. Thoughtseize them. Take the Force of Negation. We'll play Dark Ritual. Lotus Petal. And then we'll Shallow Grave. This beats the Ground Seal. We'll draw 7. Draw 7 more. There's no Entombs in here. So I will go to combat. Losing the black mana floating. We'll attack. I'm at 9. Draw 7 more. We need Entomb or Borborygmos. We hit the Borborygmos. Are we going to do it? Okay. So I can't animate dead. Do I have another Shallow Grave? I do. Okay, so I can play a land as well. But I don't think I want to play a land. I have 3 lands. Wait, are we short? No way. We're actually short of the Borborygmos being lethal. So am I supposed to Atraxa? Alright, so Cabal Therapy myself. I'll say Atraxa Grand Unifier. Maybe this is just too greedy that I'm trying so hard to make the Borborygmos work. But that's what we're doing. So, Atraxa. Dark Ritual was a hit. So is the Verdant Catacombs. Unmask. Gristlebrand. So it's not lethal because I need to play out a land. And then I could deal 9, which is not lethal. So I do have another Shallow Grave. So I could win next turn. Sacrifice the Gristlebrand. We'll name Swords to Plowshares, I guess. They're going to have double Wasteland next turn. We'll play an Unmask. Get rid of an Animate Dead. Take the Lorien Revealed. Wish I had one more land. Play the Bayou. I just don't think there's a way to do it. Like, I could try... No, that doesn't work. Because if I sacrifice the Atrox, it goes away. So I'll go Ball Therapy again. We'll name Terminus, I guess. And then we'll Unmask again. And then go to Cleanup. So we need to make sure that I'm discarding the Borborygmos last. And it looks like I stacked it correctly. Alright, they played the other Wasteland. This is our one chance to win with Borborygmos. Let's do it. Unmask. Let's cast it to see what they drew. Exile the Reanimate. Take the Triumph. Dark Ritual. Shallow Grave. Alright, and now we can finally win this way. Alright, so now we attack. It triggers. We'll take the Swamp. And I can finally throw lands. I'm glad we got to do it at least once. Target you. Discard the Polluted Delta. We did it. We did it. Through a Ground Seal. Okay. So knowing that they're on Ground Seals, I'm going to board in the Cyborg Juke even if I don't love it. Get rid of the Chain of Smogs. I think now that we know that they're on Ground Seal, you want to keep the Shallow Grave plan. And we'll board down to just 2. Alright, let's try this out. Game number 2, they revealed their Yorion Sky Nomad. I believe that we keep this. So something funny here is if you decide, you could try to entomb for the Witherbloom Apprentice. I don't know how good it is, but it's something you're allowed to do. We find a third Thoughtseize. I would like to draw a Dark Ritual. Let's play Thoughtseize. Take the Force of Will. Pass the turn. There's some argument there to taking up the Beanstalk. Maybe you should, I don't know. They get rid of a Swords to Plowshares. Interesting. That's a card that I would have expected them to keep. They play the Tropical Island into up the Beanstalk. We hit the land. That's good. Let's Thoughtseize again. Leyline Binding and Solitude. I guess I'll take the Solitude. They Brainstorm. I think I would like to Entomb in response. Grab another basic in case of Wasteland. And Entomb. We'll put a Troxagrand Unifier to the graveyard. And now Brainstorm. They play the Flooded Strand. They still have 4 cards in their hand. Spoils of the Vault. Not a card I want to cast right now. We'll play Thoughtseize. We'll take their Force of Negation. And I will reanimate the Atroxa. So they have double Leyline Binding. So they're going to be able to exile the Atroxa. And there's not a whole lot we can do about it. So now they can fetch for Xander's Lounge and then play the Leyline Binding with the trigger on the stack. Yep. And it even cantrips here. But we do get the trigger, which is really what matters here. We'll take the Witherbloom Apprentice, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, take the Bayou, and Unmask. That was a good Atroxa. Is that just a win? I believe it is. I mean, we'll play the Unmask because it's free. Take the Leyline Binding, Bayou, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Witherbloom Apprentice. We even got to we did everything we wanted in this video in match 5. It just took us being in the 1-3 bracket to get here. Boom. Our opponent says GG's opponent. All right, so we got the 2-3. How about that? So I was pretty vocal about it throughout the video. If you actually watched the whole video, I know a lot of you skipped to the end and hurt my feelings and my retention rate, but we're not going to dwell on that. So I believe that the consistency of the combo isn't there with just Spoils of the Vault. I could be wrong. There's better people than me that play this deck regularly that do really well. That said, I think that there's some consistency issues with this plan. So I would probably prefer a Stronghold Gambit / Show and Tell package over this Cyborg Juke. But I could be open to changing my opinion. Or if I didn't do it correctly, tell me what I can do better. Maybe I'll learn and I might make a better video later on at a different point in time. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hunter Sandlin, thank you for submitting this donation deck and being a part of the Combo Cabal. This channel's top tier. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching once again. I'm becoming redundant at this point. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep storming. Hey you, yeah you, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're interested, you can visit theepicstorm.com/donation decks to see your combo deck here on this very YouTube channel. You can even join me in a video in the Epic tier. It's totally worth it, I promise. And see ya. Thanks for watching.